You're holding too much. Can you feel it? I see it in the way your chest barely rises when you breathe, as if your body forgot how to inhale fully. I sense it in the way your mind never stops spinning like a machine with no off switch. You're not broken. You're simply exhausted from trying to control what was never yours to begin with. So let this be the moment you stop. Pause. Take a slow breath. You don't have to fix everything right now. You don't have to chase what's running. You don't need to cling so tightly to what's already slipping away. Because life, it will carry you. Not when you force it. Not when you panic. But when you surrender to stillness. The Stoics understood this well. They knew peace doesn't come from power or perfection. It comes from clarity. And clarity only arises when we release what was never ours to grasp so tightly. The greatest strength you'll ever develop is the ability to remain calm under pressure. Not because the storm isn't real, but because you've trained your soul to stand still within it. Remember, Epictetus was born a slave. He lived in chains, yet he said, "Freedom is the only worthy goal in life. Not the freedom to escape pain, but the freedom to rise above it, to breathe in the chaos, to remain calm while the world spins, to feel fear but not let it command your next step. That's real power. That's what you're chasing. You think your anxiety means something's wrong. You believe overthinking means you failed. You feel pressure in your chest and call it weakness. It's not. It's proof that you care. It's proof that you're alive. But caring doesn't mean panicking. And being alive doesn't mean burning yourself out. You don't need to carry the world to matter in it. The Stoics weren't emotionless. They were precise. They didn't suppress emotions, they transformed them. They felt the same fear you feel. But they looked it in the eye and said, "You don't control me." Marcus Aurelius ruled the most powerful empire and still wrote to himself, "Daily, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." That means you can stop forcing others to understand you. You can stop begging the world to follow your plan. You can stop tying your worth to results never in your control. Life moves with or without your chase, and sometimes the bravest thing you can do is pause. Do nothing, just breathe and allow. That's not weakness. That's discipline. The discipline to trust the process. The discipline to let go when it's time. The discipline to stop clenching your jaw every time uncertainty knocks. And so, the strength you've been seeking was never in control, but in your ability to be still right where you are. Because what's truly meant for you will move toward you once you stop running from the silence. You were taught that control equals safety, but it doesn't. Control is anxiety in disguise. It whispers you're never enough, that if you stop pushing, everything will fall apart. That rest equals failure. But really, how much peace has control ever brought you? Did it calm your heart or just wear you down? Sometimes. The bravest act is to release your plan, to realize that life moves to its own rhythm and you don't need to manage it. You only need to match it. Seneca once said, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." You know this. You've lived it. Sleepless nights worrying about things that never happened. Heavy mornings fearing problems that never arrived. And all it did was drain your energy. It's time to take that energy back. Not by becoming numb, but by becoming still. Still doesn't mean stuck. Still means unmoved by chaos. Still means anchored while others drift. Still means breathing deeply. Even when everything screams for reaction, the storm isn't the enemy. Your resistance to it is. Picture yourself standing in a river. The more you fight the current, the more it pulls you under. But when you let go, when you lean into the flow, the river carries you, not to your end, but to your direction. Life does the same. It carries you when you stop resisting, when you breathe, when you trust. That's not surrender. That's Stoicism. Stoicism is not about giving up. It's about alignment. Knowing what belongs to you and what never did. It's about placing your energy where it truly matters, your thoughts, your actions, your responses. Not in people, not in outcomes, not in things that change like the wind. So breathe. Stop begging life to listen. Start listening to life. It's already speaking. in the silence, in the pauses, in the space between one breath and the next. That's where truth lives. That's where your peace is hiding. You keep chasing certainty. But what if I told you it doesn't exist? What if real strength is walking forward anyway, with doubt, with fear, with no guarantee of a soft landing, and still choosing to breathe, to trust that the path will reveal itself as you walk it? You don't need every answer to begin again. The Stoics didn't wait for life to get easier. They grew stronger. They didn't wish away pain. They turned it into fuel. Pain isn't the problem. It's the raw material. What matters is what you choose to do with it. You can collapse, or you can rise. Become unshakable. Learn to stay grounded in the middle of the storm, and breathe deeper when life tries to suffocate. And from that one breath, you begin to remember who you were before fear told you to forget. You don't need to keep trying to impress the world. Instead, focus your energy on mastering yourself. You want peace? Then stop outsourcing it. Stop attaching your peace to their approval. Stop handing it over to your past. Peace isn't something you earn. It's something you claim in silence, in stillness, in the quiet defiance of a soul that refuses to be shaken by noise. You're not behind. You're not broken. You're not lost. You're in motion, even when you're still, even when you're healing, even when nothing looks like progress. From the outside, growth is often invisible until it becomes undeniable. Keep breathing. When the pressure builds, when your chest tightens, remember, you've survived every single moment you once thought you couldn't. That's not luck. That's resilience. That's discipline. That's strength. The world may never slow down, but you can and in that slowing you reclaim yourself. You remember who you were before fear stepped in. You stop performing. You stop chasing. You begin to live. Never underestimate the power of one breath. It's not just air. It's an act of rebellion, a quiet way of saying, I'm still here. I haven't given up, so let this moment be enough. Let this breath be the proof that you don't have to control everything to trust it, that you don't have to fix everything to move forward, that you don't have to be perfect to be powerful. Just breathe and let life carry you. Because it will if you let it.